Welcome, YouTube. By the time you guys see this, the situation's going to have been over for a couple months already because my channel received a strike. And so I'm much late to the party. But today's topic, you're going to hear what Emperor Dion thinks about the Charlie Kirk situation, about how Charlie Kirk was dispatched. And basically, I don't give a shit. I don't care whether he was dispatched or not. I don't care. Charlie Kirk is not somebody that was useful alive to people who look like me or me. Charlie Kirk is on records as a racist. He hated me. So why would I care that Charlie Kirk was dispatched? Why would I care? He's on record saying things such as, if he ever saw a black pilot boarding his plane, that he would question whether that pilot was qualified or not. He's on record praising the deaths of African leaders and the destabilization of regions in Africa, conflicts that destabilized entire regions and displaced millions of families to their deaths oftentimes. And he's sitting there asking, can you give us some oil? Where's the oil? You motherfucker. So just because he got dispatched, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter anyway that he got dispatched. We all gotta fucking go. We all gotta check out of this fucking world. It doesn't really matter that he had to check out sooner than a lot of us. What matters is what he stood for in life. And what Charlie Kirk stood for, that's some hateful, racist rhetoric. I actually went and backtracked and looked at all the stuff that he still got up before the internet tries to scrub it clean or whatever, try to whitewash it. I went and looked it up. I went and looked up various things he said and did and what he generally stands for. He's just another run-of-the-mill person on the right. And you know what the right does these days? The right wants to make everybody else to blame for shit going wrong. And you know, what's even more interesting about Charlie Kirk in particular is that Charlie Kirk supported Israel. So he wants to sit here and blame black people for all the wrongs in the world, and he support Israel too. So, you know, literally fuck him. Literally fuck him. Now, I think there's more problematic people that maybe should have took a bullet than him, certainly. But I don't think I mind so much that it was him. I don't think I mind so much. That motherfucker was more useful dead than alive. And you know what? He lived by the sword and he died by the sword. Like a bitch with that stupid look on his face as he fell to the ground. I don't give a fuck what you think about me saying this. That motherfucker hated me. If he hated me, then why the fuck do I care if he dies? Because he would not give a hot damn if it were me. He would not give a hot damn if it was somebody who looked like me. He wouldn't give a hot damn. And as a matter of fact, he showed that he didn't give a hot damn by how he celebrated the destabilization of Libya, of entire regions in Africa. Literally fuck him. No, it doesn't matter that it doesn't matter that he had to check out. It doesn't matter that he got dispatched. Because like I said, we all gotta go. You know? And what really matters is what you stood for in life. What did you generally stand for in life? What were your merits in life? Who did you love? Who did you hate? The effect that you had on the world? These are the things that matter, guys. Death doesn't matter. Because when you're gone, you're gone. When you're gone, you no longer have the opportunity to backtrack and rewrite your sins and to atone for your sins. No. What was etched in stone before the point of death, that's what it is. What was etched in stone for Charlie Kirk at the point of his death, as he fell there looking like a little bitch, taking a very bullet that you advocated that people ought to have, like, in order to maintain your gun rights. And by the way, I am pro 2A. I am pro 2A, but this motherfucker literally says something like, oh, I don't mind the deaths from gun violence as long as people get to keep their constitutional right. Well, okay. I don't think I would say that. That's a bit extreme. You don't care that people are dying from gun violence? No, that's an issue. You should be wanting to address the reasons that people are dying from gun violence, because there was a time in America where people didn't get dispatched by firearms, and we still had 2A. Why is that not the rhetoric that he came with? Why did he say that he doesn't mind some people dying to maintain gun rights? Why would you say that? Why would you say that, especially when we have a history in this nation where 2A didn't necessarily have to come with gun violence? There was a time in this country where that was not necessarily a package deal. But you want to sit here and act like that's a package deal? No. So you know what? It's pretty ironic that he died the way he did. You sit here and say you don't mind certain people dying. Well, what if it's yourself dying, sir? What if it's yourself dying to that same gun violence that you say you don't mind? Oh yeah, you see the fucking poetic irony in this clown and the way this motherfucker died? Do you see? So don't come at me saying, oh, you're wrong, you should not feel good about anybody. It's not that I necessarily even feel good about his death. I literally feel complete apathy about his death. Complete and utter apathy. The same apathy he would have felt about my death. The same apathy that he feels about the deaths of people who look like me. And I'll go ahead and say it and remind you guys that I've got plenty enough issues with black folks. I got plenty enough issues with black folks. But god damn it, you know what? One thing the right has forced me to do is, despite my issues with black folks, to kind of put that all to the side, because what it seems to be is that this group of people hating me for how I look is much more of an existential threat than what Pookie is to me. That's the simple and honest God truth, because I don't go where Pookie is at. Pookie don't come to me and I don't go to Pookie. I'm not around Pookie. Pookie ain't gonna do shit to me as long as I don't go where he at. And I don't go where he at. So, my issues with black folks is really a non-issue in comparison to these white cream cheese conservative types these guys are where I'm at. A lot of these conservative guys, they are where I'm at. They can do something to me if they so choose to do so. And as a matter of fact, it's statistically much more likely that they will do something to me versus doing something to Pookie. Because I'm near them. I go where they go. I eat where they eat. I exist in the places they exist. So these white cream cheese conservative types, they're much more of a threat than me. And you want to know who fosters and spawns these MAGA white conservatives? People like Charlie Kirk did. He drummed them up. He gave them the narratives. He put the hate in their heart for me, someone who's never done anything to them. And even Pookie that does the crime, even Pookie doesn't do much to cream cheesers in particular. So, most of what Pookie does is to other Pookies. So, even from that standpoint, God, I really don't like Charlie Kirk or anything that he stood for. It's motherfuckers like him that lead to the laziness of these cream cheesers when it comes to addressing black issues. They don't give black people grace, dude. They don't give black people grace. It's the same shit that led to the senseless murder of Emmett Till. You go look at the photo of Emmett Till. That innocent little black boy didn't do nothing to nobody but whistle at somebody, if he even did that. And you see, they don't give black people grace. Charlie Kirk did not give me nor my people grace. Regardless of my issues with black people, that is unacceptable. That is more of an existential threat to me personally. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I have my separate opinions there too, which don't align with what I'm saying right now in the grand scheme of things. But me personally, it behooves me to act in my own self-preservation, okay? Me disliking Charlie Kirk and not really minding that he died, me having empathy for his death, that is sheer self-preservation. That's all it is, guys. If you don't understand that, then me and you can not be in the same room with each other. Me and you have irreconcilable differences. If you can't understand my self-preservation, me and you have differences such that we cannot exist non-violently. And with that being said, for those of you who understand, you understand. But for those of you who don't, well, you stay the fuck away from me, fucker. And with that being said, this has been Emperor Dion the Lion. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you. This video's plenty late because of my strikes on YouTube, but I'll just go ahead and end it here. That's what I think about the Charlie Kirk situation. Peace.